Possessed by Tracy Cook. Chapter 1 Burnout.
Hello, dear reader. My hope is that you are comfortable, nestled within a warm sea of blankets and pillows. Cup of coffee to the side. This book within your grasp. Eyes lazily drifting across pages and taking in the story that is about to unfold within your expansive imagination. Once more, a simplistic concept has been nagging at me. Not a soft, dull throb. A burning, incessant nagging, like you might hear from your mother when your father forgets something at the grocery store. Every hour of every day, it consumes you. Until that moment you finally break and scream out into the air to shut up. There is a very real chance I am over-exaggerating. But, it has been bothersome. What was that, reader? You'd like to know what concept has been engrossing my very being: dreams. I had one the other night that uprooted my entire life. Left me pondering for hours. And when I asked someone about it, he said nonchalantly, "It's just a dream, they aren't real." I am not delusional enough to believe that dreams are some form of alternate reality. Leave that to the crazy folks. I am, however, curious about them. What is a dream? Beyond science, why do we have them? What purpose do they serve? Are they coping mechanisms for the deafening silence of sleep? Would never-ending blackness when we drifted off be far more frightening than any fathomable nightmare? In certain cultures, they consider dreams part of their daily routine, as important as brushing your teeth. Some people believe that a dream is a mirror into another world, into the afterlife. It is not unheard of for people to seek out psychiatric help in regards to their dreams and what they mean, truly believing that their subconscious is a code to the real thoughts buried deep in the skull and hidden in awareness. Then, there is the absolutely insane notion of talking to spirits through dreams. And, the even further preposterous opinion, that nightmares are demonic entities. Imagine if that were true. Sit, amidst your cozy blankets, and take a moment to gnaw on that actuality. What if, every single time you had a nightmare, there was a chance a demon would creep into your blood and possess you, leaving you powerless, wearing your skin and dancing your corpse around the room like a marionette? Oh, don't be so harsh, reader. To believe that is not psychotic. In fact, I knew a man once who believed that happened to him. Whatever became of that man? If I'm remembering correctly, he was institutionalized. We were very close friends, prior to him losing his mind. A troubled young man. Conflicted greatly with society. Aside from bouts of criminal behavior, he was a good person. He simply never believed that to be true. Most individuals never get the chance to realize their potential. Not until they wake up one day to the reality of losing it all. His name, Lucien Myers. Plain looking. Dark unkempt hair. Black empty eyes. Scars adorning pale flesh. Stubble barely breaking through along his jawline. Bags dangling beneath each eye like a purse from his shoulder. Tall. Lanky. Uncomfortable. Skin clinging to bones, holding on for dear life. If you hadn't known any better, you could easily mistake him for a homeless man. Living, breathing proof that sleep is a necessity. What was that? You'd like to hear more about Lucien? I've nothing better to do. Will you calm the fuck down? His tone vibrated with clear irritation, hands clumsily rubbing tired eyes. Palms pressing firmly against skin. Nails digging roughly into scalp. Internally, a war was waging, and he didn't need her added input. It was difficult enough to deal with this on his own. Why wouldn't she just stop? Calm the fuck down, she repeated, disbelieving laughter tickling her lips. I think I'm handling this in a pretty calm manner, Lucien. Please, just, be quiet. You know what? I'm done being quiet. The woman, Bethany was her name, hastily started storming the apartment, gathering her belongings and tossing them into a suitcase. My folks were right about you. Black eyes peeked between long fingers, watching as his fiancée frantically packed her things, preparing to do what so many others had done in the past, preparing to leave him behind, give up on him. The worst part was, he couldn't even blame her. Fuck yourself, he spat, digging into the pockets of his tattered, worn-down jeans, and yanking out his pack of smokes, plucking one of the cancer sticks out and perching it upon his lips before lighting it up. Rather fuck myself, than have you fuck me. Lucien remained silent, sucking smoke deep into his lungs and basking in the chemicals that only slightly soothed his aching spirit. Back in his teenage years he might have fought for her. He might have pled his case, claimed to be better than he was. But, years of experience had taught him, that never works. At least not in the long run. It was better, to let them go. That's fucking great. Her snarky tone was accompanied with a hard, deliberate, roll of her eyes. You're really just going to sit there and act like you don't give a shit? Yup. God, I hate you. Least we got that in common. His lips twisted in a way only his could. Maniacal curls at each end. Deviation glinting in vacant depths as he flicked ashes haphazardly onto the wood floor. Bethany would throw a fit about that too. How she always had to pick up after him, clean up his messes. Blah blah blah. Bethany yanked the zipper up on her bag, oceanic eyes searing holes into the man she'd poured years into. A man she'd believed at one point she could fix. Despite everything that her parents told her. These last 3 months she'd spent defending him constantly, insisting that these nightmares had nothing to do with his mental stability. Tonight had been the breaking point. I wanted, God, I wanted to believe in you. Tears welled in her eyes, sliding down eyelashes and flicking to the floor. You kept saying that these dreams weren't a reflection of who you are inside. You said you'd never. I didn't do shit to you. I woke up with your hands around my neck, Lucien. Bethany's sorrow cascaded down her cheeks, body trembling, heart hammering painfully against her ribcage. One frail hand sliding up her throat, wrapping protectively around it. The other securely gripping the handle of the suitcase. Your eyes were open. You didn't even blink as I screamed. It wasn't me, I was sleeping. It was you, that person is a part of you. Whatever. Lucien tossed the cigarette to the floor and stood to his feet, easily towering over the tiny brunette. Rage pumping violently through his veins. Heart pounding against his eardrums. He just wanted to get away from her. If you're going to leave me like everyone else, just do it already. You don't get to say that to me. I'm not leaving you, like they did. This is on you. Do it, he shouted, flat palm colliding with all of the pictures they'd put up on the dresser. Frames clattering against the floor. Dismantled. Glass shattering. The physical embodiment of memories being flushed down the drain. No, Bethany spoke evenly, spitefully. Lucien's jaw tightened. Jawbones jutting out beneath thin skin. Every single muscle in his body tensed and he was on the verge of doing something he knew that he'd regret. His fiancée was now, mockingly taking a seat on the bed. All frustration drained from his voice, leaving nothingness in its wake. A hollow exhaustion. Then, I'll leave. Before she could protest, he was grabbing his jacket and heading for the door. What are you going to do? Go get drunk?